let me go ahead and readdress the affirmatives plan. Their plan is to legalize the recreational use and the retail sales of marijuana to solve California's debt. They have no empirical evidence to support this. All they have is estimated amounts that come from unknown sources, or at best, media sources. One thing to take note in my point D and my disadvantage, legal drugs such as alcohol and tobacco are a confirmed study and a case. So if you take a look at the case for alcohol and tobacco, yes, they do generate a great deal amount of money, but the social and economic costs of those legalized drugs far outweigh what they generate. I have evidence here from the United States president from the National Drug Control Strategy that federal excess tax collected on alcohol in 2007 totaled around $9 billion. The states collected around $5.6 billion. Taken together, this is less than 10% of the more than $185 billion in alcohol-related social costs such as healthcare, lost productivity, and criminal justice system expenses. Nor does tobacco carry its economic weight when taxed, so they're talking about tobacco at this point. Each year, tobacco use generates about $23 billion, it's a big number, but in taxes, but results in more than $183 billion per year in direct medical expenses as well as lost productivity. So we lose about $183 billion, although we gain 23, so we're losing more than we gain. So you can expect this to go on with the legalization of marijuana. That's why addiction is such a big, important factor. Is true, not everybody that smokes marijuana is an addict. You don't smoke marijuana to become an addict, but the once in recreational use, it compounds into addiction. Nobody drinks alcohol to become an alcoholic. It happens. And so addiction compounds, and once addiction compounds, you have to get treated for addiction, and who has to pay for that? It is not the users, because it's insufficient funds, so the taxpayers pay. Let me address, that addresses the affirmatives plan as it doesn't work. Okay, let me go ahead and address the second affirmatives case where drug use is good for you, or marijuana use is good for you and it is unsure. True, the studies are very untrue because they are currently ongoing. It's the studies that are currently taking place for marijuana aren't a long-term study such as alcohol and tobacco, because they are currently doing studies as we progress. A lot of the statistics are taken from addicts that are in treatment now, and that is the definition of addiction. And it is bad for you. There are many health negative effects already found. It is proven that it is 4 times worse than tobacco smoke. All right, vote negative.